What's up, watchers? Magnus here, and today we are back with Dr. Kim of London. Episode 9. Let's freaking go. This patient suffers from severe abdominal pain. My stomach. He's sweating profusely. That's a good sign. Wait, that's a good... He's like, wait, what? Did you say that's a good sign? How is that a good sign? Clearly he's not sweating from heat. He's breaking out in cold sweat like that. He could have anything from cancer, malaria, or metabolic diseases. It's a good sign because then he will be dead soon and I can move on to a different patient. There are so many serious possibilities. I can't even list them all. Did you just bring a Swiss Army knife? So which one will I use this time? No, not the screwdriver. No. A multi-purpose knife? Why are there only blades on that thing? They're officially called Swiss Army. Yeah, they're called Swiss Army knives. Quick history lesson. Humorism. What? It's a medical theory that claims the human body is made up of blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. Whoa, what? Blood, yellow bile, black bile? What the hell is phlegm? Phlegm? Hippocrates came up with it in ancient Greece, yet people still believed it in the 19th century. Damn. Yeah, no one can go against Hippocrates, like that's just obvious. That's why draining patients of bad blood was considered a legitimate treatment back then, yeah. And we just gotta cut them up. Doctor, have you cleaned that Swiss Army knife? My what? Oh, you mean this multi-purpose knife thingy? No, why would I clean it? This size should do. Let me just give you a little sneak. You students are fortunate indeed. I'm a real doctor who has even studied in France. Yeah. Wait. Why are you giving him a club? So you're not only going to like bleed him dry, you're also going to. The fuck? Yo, you telling me it ain't sharp enough to just go in by just stabbing? Why would you need to go? Oh my, did they actually do this? I mean, I know about bloodletting because bad blood, yeah, I have heard about that, but I have not heard about like knocking in with a freaking club. Observing my methods will do wonders for your education. Doctor, can I come up with a solution first? Yo. Don't care about the whining. It's normal. Every patient whines sometimes or screams. Phlegm, a tool with multiple blades used to draw blood. Doctors jab it into the patient to have them bleed. I mean, that looks. Oh my god! Did he just stab the patient's stomach? It's fine. He will be fine now. I think he's going white. Without even considering where. Did he even disinfect the blade? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, did he even disinfect, or have he ever washed that blade? Has he ever disinfected it? Hell, did he even wipe it? So the illness was from the blood pooling in the stomach. Draining it must help with swelling. Yes. No, don't learn from him. Tending a patient, Dr. Semmelweis. Oh my god. I see our students are observing. Oh my god. I thought a murderer had just come. Did he just perform an amputation? What? Oh no, I just said dinner. Abdominal pain, you say? He's been here a whole week, but he shows no sign of improvement, so I had to try something. Then he must be bled. I've administered opium. First you bleed him, and now you're gonna make him a drug addict? God damn. Naturally, but once it wears off, he's in agony again. Opium on a patient. No wonder his pupils are unfocused. Why don't you pour blood? I would, but I think he will die from that. Then stand over there and... Yo, MC just can't take it anymore. He's just like, nah, I need to say something. I need to say anything. Pardon me. Might I examine the patient? Might I just look? You think you can do a better job at moi? I have studied in France, you see. France. Aren't you a new student? What could you possibly offer? Well, I've read lots of books. Professor Pyong is from the kingdom of Oh, yeah, right, I am. Joseon, in the Far East. I believe medicine there is quite advanced. The Far East? What do they know about medicine? At least we don't go about bleeding patients for no reason. We even have the great physician Junhyo. Our practices aren't as rudimentary as you think. We've been exchanging knowledge with the Chinese Empire. The Chinese Empire? Well, they are a large nation. Why not let him take a look? It won't do the patient any harm. I mean, not anymore anyway. I mean, it will, because I will lobotomize him. You will what? Well, I suppose being corrected is also a good way to learn. You two should be the ones being corrected. Go ahead. Thank you. Ugh, god damn it, what have they even done to you, man? I'll start by bending the patient's knees and exposing the abdomen so I can inspect him. He didn't even take the patient's shirt off properly before jabbing him. He jabbed him through the shirt now. Ugh. Why are you letting a student remain still during the examination, alright? Insulting me when I'm just trying to help him. Can you tell me where it hurts? My stomach! It's my stomach, you fool! Yes, but where does it hurt the most? The upper, the middle, or lower part? The lower. No one has ever asked him this. My stomach, you fool! It is in my stomach! But where in the stomach? What does that matter? It's my stomach. Lower. Is it more to the left or the right? Let me try pressing the area. Pressing down causes him less pain than the rebound tenderness. His stomach must be a total mess. It's no surprise, given it's been a week since he first reported the pain. Even a simple case of appendicitis could become fatal if left untreated for that long. And to make matters worse, that quack has been draining his blood with dirty tools. What are you thinking about? What a novel method. Checking where exactly it hurts. You would think this is like rudimentary thinking. What? I never thought about that. No, because you're a master at amputating people, right? I shall incorporate that into future examinations. So he hasn't even been asking patients about their pain or performing palpation. Of course not. Why would we? The patient's condition is dire. I don't know if we'll be able to save him, even if we treat him now. How about we try opening the abdomen? Opening the abdomen. Are you insane, boy? He will bleed out immediately. You must be jesting. That would kill any patient. To do so is forbidden. A sensible surgeon doesn't operate on the abdomen. The what? But he will die if we don't operate on that. In the end, I couldn't do anything for this patient. Of course, patients have died when they've had their stomachs cut open. Well, that's not weird. They use freaking dirty blades. Doctors have been poking around in their bodies with dirty instruments. It'd have been better if they had at least rinsed their tools with water and sterilized them with fire. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that wouldn't be enough. I at least wash my hands with soap. But can I truly say my hands have been sterilized enough to place inside another person's body? Probably not. But couldn't you just pour alcohol on it? I wish I had sterile gloves like I did in the 21st century. Gloves made of fabric or leather excess. But that wouldn't do anything to prevent infection. It's more to introduce contamination. Surgical gloves need to be waterproof, at the very least. What, you're gonna create gloves? Alfred says his father likely brought it back as a sample and left it there. He doesn't have the faintest idea what it's for. The lump of rubber I saw a few days ago at Alfred's house. Is it possible to make surgical gloves with it? You want to make a few gloves with it? Yeah, dude, you need to mass produce, if anything. Make a few gloves, show them what you made, try and sell it, but do people want it? That's the question. Could I make it myself? I mean, you might be able to make it yourself, but like, what would make a few gloves do? You need to mass produce it and get it out there, if anything. And will people want it? That's my question. Why do I need gloves? What's with all this bustling? A banquet will be starting soon, young master. Ah, that's today. Banquet. The kind I've seen in movies. No. Big banquets like that are reserved for the social season. This is more of a business gathering hosted by my father. Oh! Sorry. Knock knock. Are these your friends? Alfred's father. He has the physique of a soldier. If someone told me he and Dr. Liston were brothers, I'd believe it. Father, this is Ta Pyong and Joseph, the classmates I mentioned. Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. I'm told you treated Alfred's wound. I merely lent what little help I could. Little? He practically saved me, father. He's not wrong about that. I have heard that many medical students die, but I didn't know Joseon was so medically advanced. Well, we are. I haven't been there myself, but I've heard of it. I've never come across anyone who knows of Joseon. In this era, Joseon is merely a distant land that only some missionaries and the like know about. Is it because he's in trade? I mean, if they know about it, then you're fucked because they haven't gotten that far, right? It's kind of nice. In any case, make yourself at home. Join us at the banquet if you'd like. Prince Kim. Prince? Ha, alright. Wait, what? Prince Kim. I'm a prince now. Wait, why did he call me prince? Surgeon's second life as a secret prince. I heard a gentleman's from the east. Young Master Alfred was most insistent that we treat him well. Is he someone of high status then? Yes, I heard he was a prince. A prince? Sup banana? I think Alfred's thoughtfulness has led to a huge misunderstanding. What? My parents didn't even have a surname until they crossed the ocean. I'm not someone who should be addressed by such a grand title. Ah, you must have your reasons for it. Very well. He's like, Lord Kim it is. Lord? Dude, Dr. Kim of London is genius. Doctor being reincarnated, being sent far into the past. That's far, far back to the past. Far, far. That's still an aristocratic title. You know what? Never mind. Let's just leave it. Yeah, okay. I'm a lord. I'm a lord now. It's still better than being called a prince. Not to mention Joseon is ruled by the Yi dynasty. The Kim dynasty. Up north. Sir, the guests have arrived. Alright, coming. I'll see you later. Lord Kim. Do you want to see what the bank was like? Nah, I'm good. Shall I make the arrangements? Oh no, that's alright. We'd be out of place at a gathering of businessmen. They're probably just playing cards. Yo, you need to go to that banquet and introduce your gloves. I'm betting on them. Like a home gambling then. Oh, I'm not really a gambler. Are you stupid, Kim? This is your chance. Hold on. The top businessmen of London are going to be there. Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. Alfred, you think I could pitch a business idea to them? Business. The prince is here. Yeah, that's the one. The great Dr. Jekyll. Nah, the great Dr. Hyde. Lord Kim, you came. Yo, he did exactly what I was joking about. May I introduce Taepyeong Kim? He is a nobleman from Joseon, here to study our culture. Yes, exactly. That's what I am. Joseon? You mean that small country near the Chinese Empire? I've traded with them before. Only in Ginseng. That's where the Providence docked, isn't it? Maybe it's because they're in the trade business, but they aren't looking at me as though I'm a monkey like the other Englishmen do. Maybe here will be open to my proposal. I'd like to propose a business idea. The material is called rubber. What's this process? Well, we'll have to research the method first, but it's light and waterproof. What do you think about making gloves with it? Gloves made of rubber. Why would anyone need such a thing? Yeah, why would anyone need such a thing? That's what I'm saying. If a medical student dissects a body with a wounded hand, it's not uncommon for it to get infected. That is harmful matter can enter their bodies through the wound, which can kill them. If there was a glove that could protect the hands, it could protect doctors. Can't they just use leather gloves? One would assume steel ones would be more durable. Yeah, this ain't gonna be easy, dude. How many medical students are there anyway? Would we even be able to sell 100? It hardly seems commercially viable. This is what I'm saying. How can anyone perform intricate surgery wearing steel gloves? Forget about protection, it'd be a hotspot for infection. But how do I explain this to people who have no concept of hygiene? Is there no way of making it seem more appealing from a business perspective? I mean, I know how, because they are one use, right? You will have to make more and more and more, sell them forever. Maybe if I think of a product that would be worth making with thinly processed rubber. Gloves were just one example. I have another idea that'll be more profitable. Condoms. Pyong! Just imagine it. They'll be thin and soft. They could prevent sexually transmitted diseases and illegitimate offspring. Wouldn't that get sailors an ability to open their wallets? We just need to add 5 fingers to a condom to make gloves. The technique used to produce contraceptives could be used to manufacture surgical gloves. The air in the room just shifted. Now then, gentlemen of commerce, let me see your interests. Dude just got rich. Dude just created What's up with the reaction, Joseph? We just got rich, or rather, I just got rich. Grey Rat or Doctor? Why is this jobless reincarnation? I mean, dude, this is way more interesting. They were captivated by condoms. Okay, that sounds really weird. But in short, my pitch worked. One of my acquaintances is a chemist. He owns a factory as well. If I pass this idea to him, I'm sure he'll find a way to pull it off. It was an excellent idea, Prince. I mean, Lord Kim. You even said Prince Dunn there. I wasn't able to clear up the misunderstanding about my background. Who cares? But perhaps it's best left alone. Yeah. They took me seriously even though I'm a foreigner. It might be because they believe I'm nobility. Who cares if you're not nobility? They will never know. Though it was unintentional, I feel uncomfortable about lying. Shouldn't care. What the fuck is that? Yo, I'm about to get richer than you could ever imagine, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely not correcting the misunderstanding. There's no shortage of bigots like him. I'm gonna give him a good punch. Nah, I'm good. Who exactly is that fellow? Colin? He's considered one of the most promising new students. He's a good student. That surprises me. From the look of him, I'd have guessed he bought his way in. Joseph, I transferred the funds to the school. The people who actually bought their way. Yo. Pot calling kettle. Though he can be a bit... I know what you mean. He's also the youngest son of a family that rivals my father in business. So I can't help but feel a bit uneasy around him. His family and Alfred's are rivals? Doesn't that mean he's just as wealthy as Alfred? Just let it go. I don't think you should punch him. Anyway, we ought to make haste. Starting from today, we'll have clinical training at the maternity ward after our lectures. Our schools is regarded as the best in London. The best? Joe, he's like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. Why are they amputating him? He only had a broken toe. God damn it. Yo, he's like, oh my god, the best? And he's like, this is the best? The best? This is... Looks like an army camp. Ugh. Hang in there. They say the passage isn't open enough yet. Are all these women about to give birth? How many are there? My god, what is this? A room of 20? No, 30 patients? In Korea, people complain that even 6 patient rooms are suffocating. You there. Pull yourself together. I understand that you're nervous because you haven't done this before, but you can't just stand there gawking. Besides, this is considered a light day. Usually, they'll even be patients lying in the corridors. They'll give birth on the streets? Yes. The lucky ones. What? London Medical School's Professor James Blundell. Don't forget, the lives of both the mother and the child depend on us. They say he's obsessed with obstetrics. I'd be a bit batty too if I had to oversee this many patients. One of the patients is about to deliver. Shall commence instruction at once. I may not know much about obstetrics, but even I can see her condition is urgent. She needs assistance immediately. Now then, when the labor pains persist, the birth canal opens. Or you're gonna just show... What the hell is he doing? You can't just lift her skirt like that without asking. At least shield her with a curtain. Not that there would be any in a room where they cram in dozens of women. Not even her husband is protesting. Is this considered normal in this era? Looks that way. First, one make a manual examination. Only then will you know what to do and when to do it. Okay. The infant's head is rather large, so we need to make an incision in the upper region. At least he's handling this properly. He's trying to help the patient in his own way. Now, you can get a sense of when the child will emerge by feeling around. Did he just insert his unwashed hand into a patient whose waters have already broken? A common affliction in the maternity ward is childbed fever. Nobody knows the reason or the cause. Once the mother begins to burn with fever, there's little to be done but to pray. It's an illness where everything comes down to luck. Luck? What nonsense. The woman is utterly spent. And he just shoved his contaminated hand into her abdominal cavity. He basically delivered a colony of germs into her body. She's beginning to deliver. Let me perform another manual check. He's like... wait, please wait. Oh god. Hold on, Professor. Did she kick him? Pyong! Are you awake? Doctor listed. Please don't cut off. Cut off what? You merely knocked your head when you fell down. Oh, that's embarrassing. Cut off what? Your delicate nature has me concerned about your future as a surgeon. A mere kick from an expecting mother made you faint. Nah, it wasn't the kick, it was the... it was the floor. What became of the patient? She delivered the child safely and was moved to another room. That's a relief. Or is it? Symptoms of infection might not appear until later. Pyong, there's a maggot on your back. That's not the issue right now. Huh? Why on earth are there maggots on this bed? That bed used to hold a corpse, was only just moved to the dissection. Why would you put a bed that held a corpse here? The body was so decayed there were maggots. Well, that's because the cadavers used in dissection practice are stored in the next room. The what? They're storing corpses next to the maternity ward. He's like, this just gets worse and worse. Where do I even begin fixing these problems? Do you remember the body I was dissecting when I injured my hand? Turns out it belonged to the person using this bed. What a funny coincidence, right? It's been at least a week since Alfred wounded himself, and yet they just left the bed like this. Do they not change the sheets? Only if the next patient brings their own. Otherwise, they just use the ones here. So that's how it works. Most of the pregnant women I saw in the room seemed poor. How many of them would have the means to bring their own clean sheets? Would they even see any need? In a time when not only patients but also doctors have no sense of hygiene. Yeah. Must be so frustrating knowing all this. Would you mind smelling this? Oh, it's wild. You ought to spritz some cologne. That's not the point. Does this smell not strike you as familiar? It's the very same odor that came from the pus I extracted from Alfred's hand. Now that you mention it, then isn't it likely that whatever particles responsible for that pus also got on these sheets and my clothes? Whatever particles. It wounds my pride as a doctor from the 21st century to speak like that. But there's no other way to explain things when they don't know about bacteria or viruses. Fortunately, they seem to have accepted it more or less. But wait, are you suggesting that particles from corpses are present all around us? If so, surely we'd see people dropping dead left and right. It's because of our immune system. I mean our skin. Yes, our skin. Our immune skin! Your condition was caused by a cut from a knife, right? Then can't we assume that the skin usually acts as a barrier, but particles can still enter if it's torn? Pregnant women don't have torn skin. Then what? The baby just materializes out of thin air? You can't be ignorant just because you can't see it. What? I can't smack him for his ignorance. Lord forgive them, for they know nothing. When an amniotic fluid leaks, that's a sign that something inside has torn, isn't it? Ah. So how about we stop using dirty sheets? Doctors should also clean their hands to prevent the spread of such particles. I don't know. I never heard that there was a correlation between a doctor's hands and the condition of the patient. You may be unfamiliar with this concept as you are new, but we are men of science before we are medical students. Have you heard of inductive reasoning? On the contrary, doctors having dirty hands is evidence that they are diligent about attending to their patients. Doctors having dirty hands just means they have been attending to patients. Yeah, I don't need to wash. Look. This is like me when I worked in commune with like cutting grass, shifting. I mean, lots of odd jobs, right? And you get paint on you and lots of it. Just like, yeah, what? You're not gonna wash your pants? You're not gonna try and get that paint off? No, looks like I was painting. Looks like I was working. I was crawling on the floor. Yeah, there's some dirt on there. God damn. On the contrary, doctors having dirty hands, it's a good thing. So while it is good to consider other hypotheses, your opinion seems like a jump in logic. After all, we're fine even when we don't clean our hands. No, there's definitely a difference if you wash hands. But if they take pride in having dirty hands, they won't believe me without definitive proof. Statistics. Inductive inference is based on statistics. Yeah, but like, to have statistics, you also need people to have washed their hands and then operating. Now, no one is doing that, so you can't use the statistics. If I can investigate cases from birthing environments different from this one. Oh, yeah, okay, if you have a different one. Perhaps I will be able to convince them. But are there any different ones? Dr. Liston, may I visit all the other rooms in the maternity ward? Oh, I see. Oh. Your zeal for learning is commendable. You were so enthusiastic about debating medical theories too. Very well, our maternity ward is the best in London. Look to your heart's content. Excellent. There must be at least one doctor who hates having dirty hands. I'll search every inch of this hospital. You couldn't find it, could you? Not a single soul. Tabyang, is your mind elsewhere? I thought you said you wanted to finish it quickly, so you could have your clothes laundered. How is it that not a single doctor washes their hands, but one? Do they even clean them after pooping? Ow. 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 Tabyang! Ow! What are you doing? I even visited other maternity wards in London just in case. They were telling the truth when they said our hospital is the best. Every room had dozens of people lying in beds that were crammed together. There was a terrible stench in each of them. And to prevent women from taking their lives as they're being in such a hellish environment, they place windows high up on the wall. This way they can't jump out. Nice invention. Those callous bastards. If so many women choose to die, they should improve the environment. Not move the windows. Oh shit, I chopped your finger off. Well, how long will it take for the things I know to become common knowledge? I mean, you will have to help it along. If not, I don't think it will happen in your lifetime. Or wait, when was this again? Even this thread right here, instead of using surgical suture thread, I'm using sewing thread that's been boiled in water. I'd be sued if I did this in the 21st century. Where is the expectant mother? This way, man. Expectant mother? Is your mother expecting? Come to think of it, I haven't seen her at all. You know, he's like, your mother should not be going to the hospital. I can take care of it. Here, sterilize everything. Ah. My mother died giving birth to me. I'm sorry. No, it's not like I remember her. Seems they've called a midwife because one of the maids is about to give birth. I hope everything goes well. Shall we attend as well? Huh? We just had our training at the maternity ward. We might be able to help. Then, shall we? This is Alfred's home, not school. We could at least intervene if they're doing anything murderous. the boiled water. Here you are. Huh? That midwife. She's washing her hands. She's washing her hands. Is washing her hands. Oh, it's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Yo, he's like, oh my god. He's washing her hands. Now push. Push it. Push it. The head's coming out. Deep breath. Deep breath. 1, 2. Push again. Come on. Come on. She's an expert. She's an expert. Merry Christmas, mate. It's a little bit early, but yeah. This is no place for green med students who've barely done any clinical training. Even I, as a former 21st century doctor, I'm not sure if I could deliver a baby that skillfully. In an era without induction meds or technology for C-sections. Plus, this isn't my specialty. Wow. Wow. I've done surgical training in my past life, so I can tell that level of competence comes from years of experience. She washed the infant in boiled water. A little bit too hot, but that's fine. Then wiped down the mother with a towel. It's definitely unlike what I've seen at the hospital. Everything she's doing is sanitary. Pardon me. May I ask you a question? Huh? An Asian. I noticed you washed your hands with hot water. Why? He speaks English. That's what I was taught to do when I first began this work. Do you know why your teacher did it? She said it was something she learned from her own teacher. So she doesn't know the reason. It's just something she does out of habit. But these women helping with births at home must have learned these things through years and years of experience, even though they might not know the science behind it. They know what to do to keep the mother and child safe. What about you, ask her? How many have you lost? Have you ever lost a patient? Has the midwife left? Yes, just now. Childbirth is intense. My own mother must have suffered terribly too. Undoubtedly. Thank you, mother. Filial love blooms in England. The midwives were certainly different. Right? You noticed it too? He's like, yeah, they took so long. They were too slow. Huh? Why on earth was she wasting her time washing her hands when the patient was in such pain? Such are the limitations of those without proper education. She should have helped right away, as if her own comfort even mattered. This only confirms it. All births should take place in hospitals like ours, with the latest technology. Amateurs make me uneasy. I see, we are of the same mind. Yo. Topping is about to slap the hell out of them. That's not it at all, you fools! You wish to know how many cases of childbed fever have occurred in this ward? I'm not sure. Is that something you really need to know? Yes. That's disappointing. In this era, nursing isn't a profession that requires formal training. Even the so-called education medical students get is a joke. Let's try amputation first. No, bloodletting. Amputation, bloodletting, amputation, bloodletting. What do you want? None! None of it. So obviously it's worse for nursing. Still, I thought the people working in the ward would know more. Are there no documents or anything of the sort? I couldn't say. There are documents. Dr. Blundell asked me to organize them. A child. Are you a family member of a patient? She's also a nurse. How can a child be working at a hospital? Child labor is commonplace in 19th century England, but it's upsetting to see it firsthand. Okay, so it is 19th century. She must at least have it better than most if she's working here. Huh? She had a fall? No, I'm trying to check patient information. Would it be possible to see the documents? Follow me. I couldn't tell you what's in the piles over there, but these are the ones I recently organized. Oh, it's so dusty. The total number of patients and how many died. Do you not record the causes of death? I have no idea. He never asked me to do that. And besides, I don't know how to write. Do you know how to read? I see. I wanted to check how many patients died from childbed fever. But I can't compile accurate statistics if I don't know the causes. Still, even from these basic numbers, I can tell something is wrong. 1 or 2 pregnant women die for every 10 that are admitted here. It's not like this is an intensive care ward. They must have been healthy when they came here. Yet the mortality rate is far too high. Do these numbers include women who died after being discharged? No, that would be impossible to know. If they could afford to call a doctor, they wouldn't have come here in the first place. That means it's higher. If we include the deaths that are unaccounted for, the mortality rate is even worse. About 1 in 3 die from giving birth. Don't forget, the lives of both the mother and the child depend on us. This isn't a maternity ward, it's a murder factory. I must persuade these fools as quickly as I can. Do you happen to know where I might find midwives? There are some in the hospital right now. Doctors alone can't deliver every child. Would it be possible to speak with them? Even just what you remember off the top of your head is fine. When you attend house calls, how many of your patients have died? What an appalling thing to ask. Nobody I helped has died in the last couple of months. I've been doing this for many years. And what would you say is the difference between delivering at the hospital? Why did you bring this doctor here? All they do is sneer at us. I just thought it was surprising. It's the first time a doctor has come to listen to the nurses or the midwives. And he even compensated us for our time. Oh, that's certainly nice. I've gathered records, numbers that were meaningless on their own, become convincing in a group. Dr. Blundell, I got something for you. Dr. Blundell, I have a thesis. I have something to show you. Oh, the child that fainted during... the birth, huh? It's 21% versus 1.8%. I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, well, we have so many. They only have 1. It's easier for them. That's the difference in mortality, right? Between patients who gave birth at the hospital and those who did so at home. I see. Oh? You see, actually, no, uninterested. Like, I see, and then I see uninterested. Yeah, like, that's it. You should be reeling from shock. How can he be so indifferent? I know why. You know how many children, you know how many freaking births I have a day? Dr. Blundell, the rate is 10 times higher. Yes, I can see that from the figures. But such a difference isn't surprising. The air in London is bad. It's even worse in hospitals as there are more patients. Air heavy with my asthma is harmful to one's health. My asthma. What was that again? Sounds familiar. I think we briefly covered it in a pass-fail class. Bro, just say bad particles. My asthma, the bad air theory. This theory developed before the discovery of germs, claimed that diseases came from infected air. London's air is what's killing medical students, but we cannot simply turn our backs on our patients and flee to the countryside, can we? Now that you've recorded all of this, I trust you understand. To be a doctor who truly cares for his patients, one must be prepared to sacrifice themselves, even amidst the raging sea of my asthma. That's not what I'm talking about, god damn it. He's one of those. self-important doctors. He's completely drunk on the idea that he must sacrifice himself for his patient. Though I agree the air is awful. It'd be easier if he was just plain ignorant, but these types are harder to convince. A tenfold difference in mortality, you say? Yo, is that Hyde? Most intriguing. Tell me more. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of funny that this is the guy that's going to be listening. Like, god damn, look at him. He looks like Jack the Ripper. Dr. Liston. Even Dr. Blundell is trembling. Are the other professors scared of him too? He's simply walking with a smile. I mean, look at his blade though, god damn. Probably like, he's never washing that thing. Yeah. How many amputations have you done? 10. Only 10 today. What? My asthma theory is universal knowledge. I'm sure even Young has given it due consideration. Not at all. Let's go with it. Yes, of course, I've already considered it. At first I assumed my asthma was to blame for the difference. But I noticed something else that was different. Hand washing. What if particles similar to my asthma also stick to the human body? Not just the air. My asthma theory has stood for centuries, and I'm to cast it aside in favor of one proposed by a fledgling student. You can try it out. What do you have to lose from washing your hands? Time. You know how much time I have? None. But it's a fresh perspective. Don't you think it's fascinating, Blundell? You thought out of the box and found a new difference. We have nothing to lose by trying it. Why don't we try a test run in a single ward? Yeah, that's a good idea. One ward only. You get 1 month. Can I be the one who does it? I did it. I convinced Dr. Blundell. However, have you taken leave of your senses? You want us to scrub our hands with chloride or lime? Yes, do it. Do it. That was the deal. I'm getting fierce opposition in the ward as well. Yes. For the next month, Ward 1 will wash their hands before examining patients. The decision comes from Dr. Blundell, and you will do as you are told. Do you have any idea how harsh that substance is? Just do it. Yes, it's harsh. What is chloride of lime? The chemical formula is CaCl2, CaCl2, 2H2O. In other words, it's bleach. Yo, you want to wash the... Yo, I get their opposition. I'm not washing my hands with bleach. Are you insane? I did consider alternatives. But with this many patients, it's not practical to boil water every time. Plain water isn't enough to disinfect the hands, though it's much better than not washing. Yo, do you know what bleach is gonna do to their hands? And for a month as well, and afterwards, if it works, they're gonna continue on with it. Yo, that's not gonna work. Bleach? Alcohol I used to treat Alfred's hand is too costly to produce. So I compromised and decided on chloride of lime. It is very bad for your skin. If there was a Ministry of Labor, the hospital would be reported. Ow, it burns! I'm done with this nonsense. Yeah, I mean, dude, this would not fly. This would not fly. Why must we obey you? Forget it, let's just leave. Just as I expected. But I learned something earlier. What? In order to persuade someone, you need more than scientific evidence. You need to do it yourself. Are you gonna do it? You also need destructive power. Please remain calm, sir. This order also comes from Dr. Liston. Earlier. You want me to stand there with his knife? With your bill, it should work. It's Liston's vengeful spirit. He's not dead. You mustn't tell him we complained, alright. Ah! Does that mean you're not going to wash your hands with bleach? He's like, no, of course I'm not. I'm not stupid. I won't wash my hands with bleach. Dude, if they wash their hands with bleach, won't they get like really sore hands? So they will get oh wait, the bleach will disinfect the wounds. So it's complicated. Let's wash our hands too. What do I have to do? What? Do I have to do it too? Yes. Yo, I hope they just... Yo, those poor souls. How are their hands going to look? Place assorted documents on the doctor's desk, then come to the ward. Yes, ma'am. This is the number of patients last week. How many patients died this week? Is it fewer? Huh? Yeah. Wait a second. This ward has... Does it almost have no deaths? Top Young, my father suggests we pay a visit to the factory. But I guess, like, if he makes it look like it works after a month, they can try something else than bleach. He just chose bleach to be sure. Shall we go after our classes? The factory. You know, that rubber thingy seems to have created a prototype. Yeah, we're not gonna see it, are we? I mean, you can use a banana. Show me on the banana. This is historical accurate. How does the author know? Seems like he time travel. What do you mean, how does the author know? It's history. Although, what do you mean if it's accurate? Like to wash your hands with bleach? They did not wash their hands with bleach. That's just the extreme thing he came up with that will work. That he was sure would work. I thought we'd find him in a lab since he's a chemist. But it appears he lives in a factory district. The neighborhood seems a bit rough. Best not to stare too much, sir. Might start a fight. I doubt anyone would dare. Not when Dr. Liston is with us. P. Young, I'm curious what you have for us this time. I presume you've come up with another original idea in the field of medicine. Well, yes. Though I cannot say with certainty how it will turn out. Welcome. Are you the fellow who requested the item? Yes, I use OBS to stream. Not sure if even Dr. Liston can take on both of them if it came to that. Yes, I am the one. Yo, what the fuck is that? What is that? A spoon worm. Here is the condom you asked for. That is not a condom. That revolting looking thing. Why is it so big? I could probably fit my arm inside. Yep, my arm really does fit it. Young, what on earth are you doing? It's too big. Size is just one problem. Good heavens, do not touch me with that. It's thick. Ah, stop it. It's too thick. At least it seems waterproof. I can't feel anything through this material. Is it possible to make it thinner? Feel anything? You're talking about the sensation. Quite an embarrassing topic to discuss in broad daylight. Yes, I suppose that's important. Surgery is fine work. The material should allow the fingertips to feel as much as possible. Yo, they don't understand what he's talking. Yo, dude wants good gloves, and what he's talking about right now is good legs. We shall take your suggestion to make improvement. After all, we'll also benefit if it sells well. Yes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, make it smaller. Could you add 5 prongs at the end? Merciful heavens. What a wicked suggestion. Whatever could you possibly require that for? Lord, forgive this young man. Young, where did you even come across such an idea? Oops, I forgot that I'm holding a condom. Gloves. Yeah, since you're already manufacturing the condoms, you'd only have to add 5 fingers-like shapes to it. If they need to not be quite as thin as the condoms, then I dare say it will only take about a week. This relates to that harmful matter you spoke of, right? Yes. Ah yes, your theory that miasma is not the air itself but particles. If so, this shall indeed be a meaningful experiment. Exactly, sir. If this works, we'll be able to examine the patients in a safer manner. You did ask for, like, the column to be smaller as well, though, right? It'll also reduce the number of students who die from dissecting cadavers. Your condom idea is also brilliant. Venereal diseases are indeed rampant in London. I'm sure they are. But I do have one concern. Is it not too small? He's like, doctor, let me see what you got. Oh my god, it's a donkey. Is it not too small? Too small? Don't mind, doctor. I think we ought to consider producing a greater variety of sizes. What exactly did he check? I'm curious, but at the same time, I never want to know. I trust you'll do a good job. You can't make it bigger. Are you insane right now? 1 week. I guess he doesn't really care about that. In just a week's time, we might finally be able to use gloves. Until then, we'll have to endure using chloride of lime. But surely, anyone who suffered from washing their hands with it will accept gloves more readily. Yo, that's why he did it. That's why he fucking did it. Yo, that devil, he's like, hey, I gotta make it painful so they will use the gloves. Is he done? Huh? How much longer must we listen to this fool and scrape our hands raw? If you're so fond of chloride of lime, why not drink it? Let's go, lads. Stop! We just returned from dissecting. Indeed, I studied hard, because unlike you, I'm not a coward. Did you think I wouldn't notice how you keep avoiding dissection practice? I'm confident in my dissection skills even without practice. Certainly more than you, who can't even be troubled to wash his hands before going to see a patient. Pyong. It's fine. Stay back, Joseph. If you lay a hand on a wealthy scion like him, you'll get into serious trouble. Your so-called theories aren't even based on scientific evidence. They're nothing but primitive Asian superstitions, aren't they? Dr. Liston is out on a house call today, so there's no one you can go and tattle to. Pardon me, gentlemen. What? Hey! Oh, what is she doing? Does not seem like the smartest thing to do. I beg your pardon, sir. I slipped because it was too heavy. Unfortunately, not a single gentleman offered assistance in moving it. Out of the way, gentlemen. We must get to work. Yo, are they gonna help instead? Nurses. Line up, everyone. Let's wash quickly before going in. I was told there are many new patients today as usual. Yo, look at their hands. Look at their hands. You're not going inside, gentlemen. Surely you're not hesitating because of a little sting. Oh my god. Ugh. Blast it. I cannot very well yell that it hurts when there are ladies watching. Ow! Thank you for helping me. I wasn't necessarily trying to help you. We needed to wash our hands in order to begin our duties anyway. But other ladies have already noticed something. Fewer patients die in this ward. The doctors see the patients and leave. But it's our job to do the chores. Such as cleaning after a dead patient. I've sorted the records that were created under the doctor's orders, so they're available for you to take. Thank you. The document. 24% and 4%. Boom. Yes, sir. That is the difference in mortality rates between the ward practicing hand washing and the others. As you can see, it's not even close. All this from washing hands. Something's not right. It is difficult to believe that a hypothesis formed by a fledgling student could be proven so clearly. Who did this research? The nurses assisted us in gathering the data. The three of us did the calculations. So then it amounts to little more than a small exercise between friends. That is true, but it's not that. It's not that Dr. Blundell doesn't believe the results. He's nitpicking because he doesn't want to believe it. Yeah. Of course he'd rather deny it. He was wrong while this Asian newbie who said nobody was right. The only person we can rely on now, Dr. Liston. How fascinating. Why not continue for another month? There's no harm in extending the trial. Yo, they're gonna try and destroy the evidence, for sure. Bravo, Dr. Liston. I believe it's thanks to you, sir, that our findings were accepted. We are doctors, but also scientists. We must never cease to attempt something new. Could you imagine Dr. Liston is the one who's going with him? Yo. That being said, you do well to pay attention to the people around you. You do realize that there are many who are unhappy with you. Yes. Chloride of lime is terribly harsh. And the other students have begun to say things about how you're not properly participating in dissection practice. That's because I don't want to die. You're all incredibly brave to do it so fearlessly. You must be more mindful of your reputation. And you should participate more actively in practical training. I don't want to die, sir. It would also be helpful to show your face at parties and such. Parties. So networking is essential even in the 19th century. Don't worry, sir. I will participate fully in tomorrow's dissection practice. I'm pleased to hear it, but I won't dissect anything. It's because I've received word that they've finished making the glove. Now that the theory lecture is over, let's practice in the dissection room. I wonder if the coward will be able to do anything, or will he just tremble again? I brought the gloves. Thank you, Alfred. Huh? There are 5 pairs. Even with you and Joseph taking them, that still leaves 2 pairs. We must offer them to Dr. Blundell and Dr. Liston as well. I don't know if Dr. Blundell will accept them, but make sure he takes them even if he refuses. That's a smart move. Perhaps it's because he's the son of a businessman. Is he helping me preserve my reputation? Now then. 3 cadavers have just arrived. You will be split into 3 groups. The first group will consist of Pyong, Joseph, Alfred, Colin. You join them as well. Is he going to try and cut your glove? My bad. Stand aside, coward. We wouldn't want you to wet yourself in fright. Let's see. Wait. Pyong, why don't you take the lead this time? Pardon? Him? Not me? You always lead the dissection. You should let your classmates have the opportunity to study as well. It's not as if I stole the chance from him. He chose to slack off. Shouldn't we at least give the chance to you, Alfred? Are you not offended that a first year is stealing your place? I'm not offended. I don't know about you, but I think Pyong is a genius. I'm interested in seeing what he'll show us today. What? Look at him glaring at me. It's clear he didn't expect Alfred to defend me like that. Let me show you what the Asian monkey you mock is really capable of. Huh, can't even bear to touch the body with your bare hands. Coward. The stomach was my specialty. But it's uncharted territory to the people here. They wouldn't comprehend what they saw even if I opened it up for them. So I'll begin with something they've studied thoroughly. The limbs. Look how slow he is. It'll take him half a year just to remove the arm at this rate. He's not gonna remove the arm. Of course I'm going slow. I'm not trying to remove it. I'll slice with the blade at an angle going no deeper than the dermis. Next I'll put my fingers between the skin and muscle and push. Now that I'm wearing gloves, I can put my hand inside the body without fear. Huh? What? What in the world? He separated the skin, and there's scarcely any bleeding. Who knew muscles could be seen this clearly? That's right. I am a genius. Yeah, the chat box just fucking disappeared. Facial dissection. Epidermis. Dermis. Subcutaneous fat. Fascia. Muscle. The dermis isn't attached firmly to the fascia, which surrounds the subcutaneous fat and muscle. It can be peeled away just by pushing with your fingers. And since they don't use formalin here, it's even easier because it's soft. They used to call me a genius back when I was a surgeon, you know. My god, how did you do that? You barely have any experience with dissection. Oh. Oh no, how do I explain this away? Let's just say I'm a genius. It just felt right. It just felt right. Yo, just say like, hey, I've been dissecting rats. Felt right. Felt right! When I made the incision, I noticed 3 sections that felt different. It is, of course, a lie. These gloves aren't thin enough for me to feel that level of detail. This thin skin layer here, this yellow fat layer, and the muscles were distinctly different. When I lifted the part that felt different, I saw white threads and pushed. And so, deltoid, pectoralis major, biceps. I can't explain all of this to them, but I still have every structure memorized in my head. Right on the money. You really did that based on instinct. You have a God-given talent. Yeah, I can say that. How would you like to be my assistant for my next surgery? Huh? He wants me to join him when he commits his next murder. What am I pronouncing wrong? I mean surgery. That foreigner gets chosen to assist the renowned Dr. Liston. Oh, I couldn't possibly. I'm just the first year. He's refusing. Why does he? Who does he think he is? The year you're in has nothing to do with how good you are. You need not think of it as a burden. If you're uncomfortable with the idea, why don't you join me in a more casual setting? Some acquaintances are hosting a little party. So, he's trying to grow closer to me. That you can say yes to. This may be a good opportunity. If Dr. Liston is in my corner, he'll make things easier for me. Besides, I'm terrified to say no again. You should come. I suggested going to a party yesterday, didn't I? Alright then, I accept. Wonderful. Bring your friends as well. Doctor, may I join as well? Pyong and I grew quite close during today's session. Oh, of course you did. Wait, you can't just leave a like and leave Snorlax. That will give me awful watch time. What? The nerve of him. Oh, you can come too. Like I said, it's just a casual gathering. Thank you. Sneaky bastard. Dude, you should try and like convince him into the right path, not be an asshole about it. Here we are. Excellent. Haha. Thought a part of doctors will be stiff, but it sounds cheerful. Huh? What? Haha. Isn't this too cheerful? What do you mean too cheerful? It's like they're not in their right mind. Are they high? Opium. Sorry, I don't do that stuff. What? I don't do that stuff. No, 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 thank you. Aha, Dr. Liston. Are they alright? Oh, they did something that makes you feel good. They look high. Being high. A drug-induced state of euphoria. When you become addicted to it, it's called a drug addiction. High as fuck. How about we eat? And then have a little huff ourselves. Glue? Huff what? Nah, I don't want to huff anything. Friends, this here is my student P. What? An Asian? He hails from a country called Joseon and is very talented. I hope you'll all be good to him. I can't exactly make my exit now. Delicious. You must try this. Is that pudding? Is something wrong? Gelatin? No, it's nothing. It's just loud in here. You're certainly having fun. It's much more relaxed than a business gathering at Alfred's house, isn't it? Must be nice to think so simply. Now that I think of it, when they treated that patient with abdominal pain, they mentioned they used opium without reserve. Do they not understand what drugs or addictions are yet? Probably. If they start injecting or smoking stuff, then forget about making connections. I'm leaving. Where's exit? Gentlemen, come over here. Have a puff. This here is all the rage at parties these days. It's called laughing gas. Nah, I'm good. What's that iron barrel and pouch for? Here! Oh no. Oh no. I missed my chance to get away. Dr. Listen, I can huff it better than him. I'll hold my breath. Fools. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Shit. Fuck. Huh? No, I feel like I'm in a haze. I have to snap out of it. I need to leave. Huh? Are you alright? Ha 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 ha. What in the world? He probably fractured something or worse. What, from just falling? Doesn't it hurt? Hey, Cade. Inhale. Your face. It's so funny looking. Your son. Where even is that? Do they even have doctors there? Brat like you. Become a doctor. Ridiculous. I don't care if he's a nobleman. I want to punch him. Huh? I didn't mean to actually do it. Yeah, he's high as fuck. He don't care about a punch. Did that not hurt? It was like a feather. How did that not hurt? Hold on. The man who fell down earlier didn't seem to feel pain either. Could it be? Colin, does this punch hurt? His sense of pain has been dulled. How about now? Okay, now you're just enjoying punching him. He's gone limp and isn't even resisting. Or now. It's as if he doesn't feel pain because of the gas. Sorry about this, jerk. Huh? I just need to run this little medical experiment. I swear it's purely for research purposes. So I guess he didn't sniff that much of it. He didn't breathe much of that gas. Sniff. Ugh, what the fuck happened? Yo, dude don't remember anything, right? What happened to your face, Colin? I thought you went to a party yesterday. I don't remember. Maybe I fell. Thank goodness he doesn't remember a thing. Based on the research I did yesterday. Laughing gas dulls pain. Makes your mind feel fuzzy. I think the reason why I couldn't stop hitting him was because I was also under the influence. Yes, of course. Does this mean it can be used as an aesthetic? Yes. Alfred, may I borrow your carriage? Where are you going? I need to check something. I'm gonna just keep on kicking people that have ingested laughing gas. Ugh! Do you feel that? No. Ugh! What about that? No. Okay, let me just try and stab you. What about that? Still nothing. Are you kidding? The blade went through your stomach, man. What brings you here, lad? The gloves we made couldn't possibly have torn. The gloves were fine. They're durable to the point of being too tough. They could use some improvements, but that's not why I'm here today. I was at a party recently. Laughing gas. Did you mean nitrous oxide? A gas with a sweet odor and taste when inhaled. It induces spasms in the facial muscles, making it appear as if the person is laughing. This is where it gets the name laughing gas. Why are you interested in that stuff? A young man like you shouldn't get hooked on it. Oh, I'm not trying to inhale it myself. That's what they all say at first. Too much of it will ruin you. Stick to using it at the occasional party and no more. Will you just listen to me? You mistake me. I believe it could work as a sedative. Sedative? Yes. If we give it to patients during surgery, could it not numb their pain? A sedative, you say? A sedative. Come to think of it, there was a chemist who proposed something similar. A professor by the name of Humphrey Davy. Could you arrange a meeting? I did know the man, but he died last year. I finally got a lead, but he's dead. Still, it wasn't a complete waste. I got enough nitrous for a few days, along with some books about it. And a paper that Professor Humphrey Davy wrote. The man at the factory is indeed an academic at heart, even if he doesn't look it. He kept a paper published 30 years ago. Welcome back. What are you doing? He seems to be in a hurry. I guess something's on his mind. Maybe we should end the game here. I should probably hit the books, if I don't want to slow him down. Nitrous oxide. A gas discovered in the 1700s. It's been known for that long. Having failed to find economic or scientific use for it, the gas is only used for recreation at parties. It's been around for centuries, but nobody thought to use it for surgery. I need to calm down and read the paper. And thus, when the nitrous oxide was inhaled, the following stages were observed. Here it is. Actual clinical tests on humans. First stage, absence of pain. Second stage, delirium. Third stage, sedation. Fourth stage, stop breathing. Oh. How did they know about stage 4? Died. The subject died in the fourth stage. Yeah. He kept testing until the subject died. That's wild. Is that why it's only used in small doses at parties? But now I know that it has successfully been used as an anesthetic. There's only one way to find out how to use it properly. I'll have to conduct my own tests. Who's gonna be the test subject though? Sedation. No. I've tried everything, but people will always wake up when you put a blade to them, even if you knock them out with a bat. Once someone claiming to be a hypnotist tried to sedate my patient, but he was just a charlatan who tried to swindle me. I chased him down and administered Dr. Liston's brand of sedation. Did that charlatan survive? Don't ask. He's another victim. What I wish to try is laughing gas. Laughing gas. Yes, have you seen what happened to Colin? I beat him. I beat him! That is. He seems to have taken a tumble at the party, but he didn't even notice he was injured. Can we not harness that's for surgery? Laughing gas. Laughing gas, you say? I've inhaled this stuff a few times, but using it for surgery. He's considering it. Have you run any tests? That's precisely why I came to you, sir. I hoped you could help me with the test. Since this is a college, we should have access to research funding. That means I should be able to get lab rats weighing scales in inhalation apparatus and other necessary materials. Of course I can. I presume you brought the gas. I have, sir. Then we can begin the tests immediately. He's gonna do it on you. Immediately. I guess he has his own lab as this is a college. Now he's gonna use it on you. You're gonna be the test subject. It's been too long since I've conducted any tests with rats. He's gonna do it on you or someone else. But I'm sure he'll all return to me. Wait, the lecture hall. Attention everyone, Pyong here has proposed a great idea. It's an experiment regarding sedation. He can't possibly mean. Who among you wishes to help advance medicine? We're not running the test on rats, but rather students. Huh? Joseph? No. Why are you raising your hand? I wish to be like Pyong. And help patients. Dude is like, we can't do it on rats. Dude, we can't. You want me to kill my best friend? Doctor, listen, you can't mean to perform amputations on students. Amputate? Don't be absurd. How could they perform surgery without a hand? We'll only be pulling a tooth. Ah, just a tooth. Hold on. I shouldn't be relieved. Who wants to volunteer for the sedation experiment? Doctor, listen, we're talking about teeth here. No. They're considered one of life's 5 blessings in Joseon. You'll be able to make a meaningful contribution. No. To medical science. Don't use Joseph. I can make a contribution to medicine. This is my chance to win Dr. Listen's faith. Give it to Colin. Yo, he's like, let's do Colin. Let's do it to Colin. Are the doctors here as reckless with their own bodies as they are with their patients? Oh my god. But we only need one volunteer. Then let us settle this like gentlemen. With a wrestling match. Dude, they're... This is the wrestling. It's a free-for-all brawl. The teeth are going to be knocked loose before we even begin. Thank goodness Alfred was eliminated quickly. How? But Joseph is fighting too well. Oh no, he's going to win at this rate. Sorry, Joseph. This is for your own good. Whoops. Whoops. He's gonna lose a tooth. He's being punched. Is he going? Yo, how did he beat him? The fuck? Oh. Colin wins. That was too easy. It's so frustrating. Oh, what a shame. It's not a shame at all. Lie down here, Colin. Yes, Dr. Liston. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, we're using it on students. No, Colin. That's our boy. Shall we begin? Yo, we need to at least give him the gas before we rip out the tooth. And at least take the wisdom. Nah, you can't take the wisdom tooth because it's probably not there anymore. Just take the most back teeth. Like, he's gonna take the front. I can't believe we're conducting clinical trials already. The first stage, absence of pain. You need to at least test him though before you're like about his teeth, right? At least like punch him in the leg, see if he feels it. Second stage, delirium. He must remain in the third stage, sedation. If he goes beyond that, he'll be in the fourth stage, cessation of breathing. I may not care for the guy, but I can't let him die during a tooth extraction. Yeah. Do you even have to have a tooth extraction? You could just like hit him, see if he reacts. Why do you need to like remove the tooth? I don't get why tooth extraction is needed. Ah. Colin, did that hurt? Was it painful? You're not in pain? He's really sedated. Wow. Thank you, Lord. We can finally spare patience. We can finally spare patience from pain. This chaotic man is crying. Huh? This looks like a scene straight out of hell. But there's something holy about this moment. At least he just lost like a tooth. One tooth. Huh? Now let's do the other ones. What? He may look like a butcher. And what he does may resemble butchering. But he takes no pleasure in his patient's pain. He simply didn't know how to prevent it. I can see why they call him a great doctor. I feel like I can achieve anything if it's with Dr. Liston. Doctor. Okay. We should carry out further research to improve surgical conditions. Dr. Liston, perhaps we could conduct a few more trials with mice. Yeah, come with me and bring the gas with you. The rest of you as well. And you too, Colin. Once you've gathered your wits. Huh? What, you gonna continue with them? Where are we going? Listen, what on earth happened to you? I had some business to attend to. You'll unsettle the patient if you show up splattered with blood. And may I remind you, there are reporters. Reporters. Yo, is he gonna use immediately? Now? Live? Alright, Pyong. We'll run the experiment again. You'll assist me. Isn't this an amputation show? He wants me to join him right here and now. Can I try and do it without amputation, sir? How did surgeons earn money in the 19th century? There were various sources of income, they had to pay to watch. Such as conducting surgeries and teaching. But performing surgeries before a live audience was a major one, Dr. Liston, it's nearly impossible to get tickets to one of his surgeries. Show us what you can do. I place a bet that he'll beat his record of 30 seconds. What? Oh. That's right, these people have come to watch this surgery for entertainment. Thank you for attending even with this foul weather. Oh, they're not gonna like it though. Today's operation site is this gentleman's leg. But my leg is fine! Sir, may I take a look at your leg? What even happened to his leg? He looks fine. Okay, he doesn't look fine. It's rotting. The stench. Okay, so we do at least have to like take quite a bit from it. It's necrotic from severe diabetes. Amputation is the correct choice for a case this bad. Left untreated, the rot will continue to spread up and kill him. I can't go through with it. I can't tolerate pain. I'll simply live with the discomfort. Goodness. He's a coward. It won't be mere discomfort. If you don't treat this, you could die. Don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about the pain. I'll take away the pain for you. This will numb the pain. Knockout blow. No. I think I know what you're imagining, but you're mistaken. We'll use the gas inside the canisters to sedate you. And you won't feel pain during the procedure. Sedation. Is he another hypnotist con man? He says he'll use some kind of gas. Dr. Liston is going to kill that man. This isn't some fairy tale. There's no such thing as sedation. Shall we begin, Pyong? Yes. Look, this is going to kill him. Lay the patient on the table. Fetch me my knife. Here it is, sir. You cleaned it, right? My knife. It looks brand new. No, my hard My hard won blood stains. I scrubbed it with chloride of lime. I hope that was the right thing to do. Well done, Joseph. I prepared chloride of lime so you may wash your hands. Good job, Alfred. Hold on. I have to wash my hands as well. I hope you don't mean to wriggle out of it after you insisted we do it. We're still in the middle of the trial period. Even the great Dr. Liston hesitated. I really must improve the gloves soon. Anyway. This increases the patient's chance of survival. Yeah, but like, how do you even know how much gas he's getting? Yeah. Yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. Should be fine. I'll test it out. Gotta give him the right dose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gotta give him the right dose. But what is the right dose? You tested it like once. It's like second time. Dang it, I don't know what the right dose is. Yeah. But I'll just have to trust my judgment. Too little and he'll be in agony. Too much and he'll die. To test the pain tolerance first and see if he feels any. Watch closely, everyone. This shall be a very quiet surgery. As quiet as a father tucking in a sleeping babe. Ah! I mean, he's not in pain, but... Wow! He did it! Yeah, but like, did you give him too much? The sedation worked. Yeah, it's a miracle. But is he alive? I feel like people are just too happy right now. I feel like something's gonna go wrong. This here's my student Pyong. He's the one who came up with the idea to sedate with gas. Oh wow, he's putting me in the spotlight. Huh, is he dying? Oh, whatever. I might as well wave. No, it looks like it went well. I was expecting him to just stop breathing. Doesn't it seem like everyone's staring at you? I mean, I'm famous now. Word of yesterday's surgery must have spread. I must admit that I did well. Especially for a first attempt done on the fly. Oh, there's Alfred. Did he die? Alfred, aren't you headed to training? Did he die? What's the matter? Well... Trickery suspected. Patient in on it. What's this? Trickery? Yo, how do I trick someone to chop their leg off? But to listen deceives, strange sorcery. It's all over the papers. Is that why I'm famous? I'm famous as a charlatan. Those scoundrels! They saw it with their own eyes, it prints such rubbish. Seems they think it was staged. How do you stage that? Or that Dr. Liston was duped. But they wouldn't dare speak ill of Dr. Liston directly. That's why they tore into me instead. In their eyes, I'm just an Asian with no influential connections. To add insult to injury, they referred to me as Mr. Pyong. They wrote what Dr. Liston without even verifying it was correct. Now all of London will think Pyong is my surname. Lestat, what is all this? One of our students is deceiving the public. Sorry, it wasn't a deception. Is that the director of this hospital? Don't try to fool me. What are you going to do about this? The school's been swarmed by reporters asking questions. Do you believe Dr. Liston was also... Any comment? Any comment? We'll show them. Why don't we just let them see for themselves? And prove Pyong doesn't deserve this nonsense? Huh? How are you gonna prove that? I'm gonna create a amputation. Dr. Liston, the people of London want answers. Oh, I have answers for you. Was that operation even real? You boy, are you even English? Are you really a doctor? I have not lied about who I am. I began attending this school not long ago. As for the gas, I'm sure you've all seen it at parties. A student, so he's not a doctor. They only hear what they want to hear. The press is the same, no matter what century. Alright, stop twisting his words. I was neither duped nor involved in any charade. Pyong here is my equal in talent. He's making great contributions to medical science with innovative ideas. You're claiming he's equal when you are the most brilliant surgeon in London. I thought Mr. Pyong said he's only just begun his studies here. How can you be so certain of his skill? You can see for yourself. Pardon? Watch before you publish. More baseless accusations. Oh, he's gonna ask him to do the same with the arm. Ugh, the dissection room. It's time, Pyong. Show them. I have stage fright. Huh? Everyone here dismissed yesterday's surgery as theater. But the lesson wants me to show them what a real performance looks like. I'll begin with the limbs. Dissect. What? How can there be no bleeding? Maybe it's because it's a corpse. I've never seen anything like it before. Fools. I can do the same thing on someone who's alive. Come here with your arm. If you don't believe me, show me your arm. Now come closer and look. These parts exist in your bodies too. You see the distinction between skin and muscle. Joseph, hand me the tweezers. Tweezers? Why does he need that? They're for tying blood vessels. Just give me what I asked for. This is a blood vessel. Here is a nerve. If you pull and manipulate the tissues with precision, you can minimize the damage to what lies beneath. Using the tweezers to move the vessels and nerves with finesse. Whenever I performed amputations, I could only pray that I didn't strike the wrong vessel. I never thought to do it this way. He's coming up with new ideas even as he is dissecting. Genius. If you're still unconvinced, then shall we open the stomach as well? Though I warn you, the stench will be even worse. Well... does Pyong still seem like a fraud to you? But that was just a corpse, not a living patient. Oh my god, you really gonna go there? He's like, okay, give me your arm then. Oh my god. No way. Oops. I thought I saw a fly. Oh, I thought he was gonna offer his arm to Pyong. Just like, Pyong, show it on the living. There are so many bugs in this room. Be sure to write him a good article. He's a promising young fellow. And while you're at it, don't call him Mr. Pyong. Refer to him as Dr. Pyong. That's who he'll be soon enough. Hey, Doctor. That's the first time I've been called that in this life. I've earned Dr. Listen's recognition. Look, the papers have changed their tune. It says Dr. Pyong, the promising student of the renowned Dr. Liston. All I did was assist him a little. I'm envious. You there? Is it Colin? Ah! What's going on? Isn't that the director? You're Dr. Liston's student, aren't you? Come quickly. What happened? What? He's about to break his own arm. What? He's about to break his own... What? Why would he... What? Is he testing out the laughing gas? And he's gonna break his own arm? Listen, calm yourself. What if you ruin your hand and can never operate again? Let me go, sir. Oh no. Joseph, restrain him. Stop him. How the hell are you gonna restrain Liston though? What the hell, Liston? What? What was that about, Doctor? The papers had nothing but praise for our procedure. Pardon. Ah, yes, it's certainly a great outcome. And now, it's drawing in every patient in London. Now, do hear me out. What better news could there be for a patient than the possibility of painless surgery? We can't very well turn away those who come to us for that reason, can we? You're doing this for the money, aren't you? Not because of the patient. If we take them all, we could even open a second hospital. How am I to handle such a number all by myself? You can't. You need more doctors. Shall I line them up by the dozen and hack away like I'm firewood? That's a terrifying image. Also, you won't be able to clean. Would that not work? Are you kidding me? So, to sum up, the director's greed led him to schedule far too many surgeries, causing Dr. Liston to attempt a rather extreme method to put himself out of service. Finally, he's gone. Rarely are people so infuriatingly unyielding in an argument with me. I've never seen him this worn out. Money really is a terrifying thing. He may have backed down today, but I doubt he'll give up that easily. Now I have a headache. Let's talk as we walk. I need to seek treatment for this. Treatment for his headache? He probably has a tension headache after that ordeal. If this were the 21st century, he could just pop into a pharmacy for a painkiller. How did they treat headaches in the 19th century? A neck, shoulder massage perhaps? No. Bloodletting. Dude, they did bloodletting for everything. I'm guessing bloodletting. Or maybe they use medicinal herbs. Thomas, listen, what brings you here? Do you have another headache? What is that? Hold on, I just need a moment to stop it. Are they going to, like, drag his legs and... There was a person inside. I keep getting these headaches. I'll need you to spin me up again. Spin? That sounds chronic. Well, what is this, sir? You spin it around with someone in it? I guess you don't know much about internal medicine as you're training to be a surgeon. The machine is what we call a centrifuge. Do you know what causes headaches? Stress? Too much bad blood rushing to the head. The centrifuge remedies this with a simple solution. The machine uses electricity to rotate quickly with the patient's head at the center. Oh my god. The centrifugal force will then drive the blood down to the feet. What do you think? This is revolutionary stuff for science. Revolutionary, he says. It's a theme park. More like it'll shorten his life. He's doing the equivalent of high AG training for astronauts. If a regular person does it, they could end up with a stroke. What am I doing here? Syncope. Syncope from cerebral hypoperfusion. Oh god. A loss of consciousness from the decreased oxygen supply to the brain may result in symptoms such as temporary amnesia. This should enhance the headache, not alleviate it. Ha! Looks like his mind's been thoroughly refreshed. Fancy another spin? Are you alright, doctor? We must leave. He might have you spin it, or he might have you spin again. Really? A centrifuge. You think temporarily moving the blood to the feet will address the root cause? If you're serious about reducing the bad blood in your head, you need to cut it out. This is what I meant, like it's just bloodletting. Bloodletting is your best bet. How could a man with a toy contraption outdo me? A doctor trained in France. France. That's the patient who was in the centrifuge earlier. First they spin him around, almost killing him. They're gonna bloodlet. Now they're bleeding him. Oh my god! All this for a headache. Life in the 19th century isn't easy. All this for a headache. You could just ignore it. Ah. The sun's already gone down. Well, we did start late as we had to help Dr. Liston. That machine scrambled his mind. At least the director won't be able to hound him for now. It's too hard to practice by candlelight. Shall we head home? Slipping off already, are we? I see you're desperate to slack off now that Dr. Liston isn't here. But what else can one expect when you're from a backward nation? Leave it, Joseph. Let's just go. It was my tooth they pulled in that sedation experiment. Why are all the papers only talking about him? Because it was his idea. and you were only like... I get it though, because like he ripped the tooth and he got nothing for it. So that makes him better than me. Maybe because he came up with the idea and you were just a test subject. I don't know. That might be it. They're bringing in cadavers for dissection practice at this hour. If they're headed that way, they're not for a practice. The dead bodies are likely being returned to their families. Ah. They were patients from our hospital. Yo, that's the guy who had a headache. That's the patient who was being treated for a headache. He fucking died because they put him. Oh no. Oh, he's dead already. I mean, they killed him already. How unfortunate, especially after such a scientific treatment. I did all I could, but the patient was simply too frail. He was unlucky. I should have tried to stop them. Wait, is he moving? What? I could have sworn that corpse just moved. Are they selling people? Oh. Huh? What's wrong, Alfred? There's something that's bothering me a bit. You see? See what? You think you saw the corpse move? Oh my god, they're selling alive. Yes, but I could just be mistaken. It is night after all. No. You're always keenly aware of your surroundings. You may have caught something we missed. Why don't we go and check? That patient's been on my mind too. You gotta dig him up? Yeah, must we go in here? This is a public graveyard. It isn't like the well-kept churchyards where the rich are buried. Yo, is it like right under the... Probably not even deeply buried. I wonder if they even bury the dead properly here. Mind your step, there are holes all over the ground. Why is the ground so dug up? How we even find him? Can't imagine there's anything valuable to steal from the kind of folk buried here. You know the novel Frankenstein. It's about a creature made from corpses that was brought back to life. What if something like that's lurking here? Joseph's easily spooked, isn't he? Despite his size. As he is, he's still just a kid. Let's just go back, Pyong. Come on, there are no ghosts here. What brings you fine gentlemen to a place like this? Ah! Ghosts! That's not a ghost. Oh, I didn't mean to startle you. I am the caretaker of this graveyard. Oh, I see. We are searching for someone who was just brought here from the hospital. Breed, Joseph. Breed! Buried him. Buried him already, I'm afraid. Oh. As you can see, folks brought here don't have the money for a proper funeral. But if you give me a little something, I can dig him back up. No trouble. This man. He's less of a caretaker and more of a corpse dealer. This one's still fresh, so he'll cost you a bit more. The unidentified cadaver is sent to our dissection room. Could they be from? How much do you want? Please dig him up at once. If you're quick, I'll pay you double on the spot. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Are you sure about this, Alfred? What if it's all for nothing? If it helps us check if we're right, it's worth it. I mean, he's got money. He don't really care, does he? Oftentimes, money is not enough to save someone, no matter how much we're willing to give. Alfred. Hold on, sir. Take a look. I can't help move it. However, Joseph, come help. Is it moving? Yeah, he's alive. Yo, I'm not paying for this now. You, Frankenstein's monster! Open it, Joseph. Frankenstein's monster. Nah, he's just alive. Why the fuck would you bury? I think he's gone. I can't feel a heartbeat. Yeah, but like, didn't he just knock? Lower his trousers. His what? It's easier to check the pulse in the groin area. Is his pulse not beating? There is a pulse. It's very faint, but it's there. I'd have missed it if I hadn't been concentrating with everything I had. The hospital failed to notice and declared him dead. In 21st century Korea, only trained professionals can make that call. Signs of life can be extremely subtle. So it wasn't rare for people to be buried alive in the past, due to insufficient education or tools. Like now. He must have heard our voices and used the last of his strength to knock on the lid. Hearing is the last to go, after all. We have to help him. Coachman, take us back to the college. What's all this racket? Where should we take him? The lecture hall. Should be empty at this hour. Hold on, isn't that a corpse? Looks freshly dug up. Those cheats, they pretended to go home so they could sneak in extra practice. How shameless. You scoundrels, resorting to such underhanded... Bring me chloride of lime and boiled water. We might be able to save him. What nonsense is this? He thinks he can bring someone back to life? Nah, he's not dead. Dude ain't dead, you son of a bitch. He's fine. He's just gonna be traumatized, that's all. Pyong, here's the boiled water. Has it been cooled enough to use? Cooled enough? Let's see. No, don't stick your finger in. I just wanted to check the temperature. You'll scald your hand. That would have made it useless, since I had it boiled to kill the germs. I wanted the boiled water because I presumed the cause of death was severe blood loss, though he's not actually dead. But right now I have no means of checking his blood type or getting blood. For IV fluids, I wish. I should at least get water in him to help circulate his blood, even if it's diluted. Is this the kind of needle you wanted? I cleaned it with chloride of lime, the one shaped like a tube. Why is it so big? I'll feel like I'm stabbing him with a knife. The English haven't figured out how to make smaller needles yet. Actually, a bigger hole like this might be better for transferring fluid. All we can do is trust that his body keeps fighting to survive. I'm having trouble finding a vein on his arm. His blood loss has caused his blood vessels to stick together. I don't have a tourniquet to help me. I'll probably have better success with the central vein. Oh, he's fine. He's convulsing. Hold him still. Don't let the needle fall out. What in God's name? He revived the corpse only to try and stab him to death. This is demonic witchcraft. From Colin's personal view. Yeah. I must tell the doctor everything. Pyong, he's in terrible agony. Can we sedate him? No, if we do, his blood pressure will drop. Blood pressure, what's that? Ugh, does he not know what that is? I'll just dodge the question. Well, we don't have time to fetch the gas. Anyway. An air embolism would be catastrophic. Air embolism. Condition in which air bubbles block a blood vessel, leading to organ failure. If this were the 21st century, fluids would be delivered directly into the body via sealed bags and tubes. So air embolisms aren't really a problem. But here I have to pour it straight from open air. If I pour it too fast, it'll form air bubbles. I have to do it slowly. Easy does it. Dude's gonna be burned at the stake for witchcraft. Looks like his convulsions are subsiding. His color is returning. Young. Revive the dead man. He's not dead, you idiots. No. No, you can't say that. People will think I'm practicing voodoo. Pardon. Don't say that. We brought back someone who wasn't dead to begin with. That's true. Is he safe now? No. No. I made up for his blood loss, but we'll have to see how effective that was. There's nothing more we can do for him. All that's left is... we can only do one thing. Pray. Let us pray. Let us pray. To the Lord. Finally something they could understand. Over here, Doctor. What is so urgent that you had to interrupt my work? Your work can wait. That wicked Asian is desecrating the dead with satanic magic. Look. Praying to God. Yeah, that's what I call. Merciful Father, please save this man. Amen. Huh? Satanic, really? Huh? You're accusing these devout young men of witchcraft. Pyong, what's going on here? Wasn't this the patient Dr. Semmelweis treated earlier? Oh, Dr. Blundell. You see... you mean to tell me you saved a patient who was mistakenly buried alive by replenishing his blood vessels with water? How did you think to use water? I once saw blood and water mixed while washing myself. I thought it was worth a try. So many women in the maternity ward perish from blood loss during childbirth. I've long wondered how to solve what seemed an impossible problem. That Asian bastard caught another doctor's attention with his bizarre tricks that is saving lives. Coachman, take me to the nearest public graveyard. I beg your pardon. I'll show everyone that. What, you gotta bring someone back to life? I can do better than that oath. This guy thinks he can bring dead people back to life. Yo, this guy actually thinks he can bring, like, hey, he can bring a dead person back to life, but I can bring a molded corpse back, rotting named corpse back to life. I mean, this is a good one. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video so we get it out there. This deserves more attention, by the way. I just can't believe this series isn't doing better. That's all I'm saying. It'd be so popular. Should be insanely popular. So yeah. Patreon, YouTube members, a lot of shit. We're ending it today on episode chapter 25. See you guys next time.